What he's really impressed me, this offseason. He put on a little bit of weight, and I think that's paying off, especially with some of these plays where he's going inside that A and B gap where the big fellows are really big. He's continuing to move that pile. Really impressed with his preseason so far.
Rookie DJ Moore at the top of your screen, a flanker. On third down. Moore, the intended receiver. Stephon Gilmore from Rock Hill played it well.
Well, Gilmore, he's a good cornerback. He's physical. You can see the physicalness there. I still think DJ still had a shot if he wouldn't have stumbled. If he gets his eyes up, he can still make a play on that ball. But Gilmore, very physical at the line of scrimmage.
So Graham Gano will try to put it through the pipes. From 21. And the long drive is capped with 3. Heading to a break as the Carolina Panthers take an early lead against the visiting New England Patriots.
This ball game is keep Tom Brady on the sideline.
Devlin on the pooch kick. And the Panthers bracket him and put him down. So he's a former chief commercial officer for the City Football Group. Over a quarter of a century in athletics and in sports management. David Tepper, the new owner of the Carolina Panthers, is excited to have named his new president. Tom Brady, age 41. Pats the football once and zips it up and out to the left side. Dorsett, 4-6. Brady's been sharp in the preseason. What makes him so good, Ron?
Well, you're not going to be able to make a job in that opening drive.
3-step drop and the ball's batted down. Super Mario.
And on these quick plays that they like to do, you have to get your hands up when that offensive line tries to cut you. Mario Addison does a great job at the right defensive end. There's the cut, get your hands up, and you knock the ball down.
Gronkowski would have been the intended receiver on 3rd down and 4. Panthers fake the double-A gap blitz and then move out of it. Brady's pass complete. But Dante Dante Jackson comes in like a torpedo.
I like it. I like it. That what you just saw right there is what he's been doing all training camp. Now we get to talk about it. We see it on TV. You see the pressure up front in Tom Brady's face, but watch Jackson come straight for the lower body. Not trying to go up high. He's going low for the body. Now they got a punt.
Closing speed. Dante Jackson. Allen, the left-footed punter. Punts a wobbly one. Moore went forward, then he went backward, and then got tackled. So Dante Jackson excited about being a difference maker. We go to break, 3-0 Panthers.
Comes out of the game, I assume it's going to be Blaine Clausell manning that right tackle spot.
Quintarius Eatman got a snap or two as the Panthers are having to go deep into the O-line depth chart to protect Cam Newton. Funchess uses body like an expert. 28 yards.
Cam recognizes that he has one-on-one on the outside, and Funchess, one of the taller, bigger receivers in the National Football League. All you got to do is get that ball up in the air, and he'll do the rest. With that strong arm of Cam, look at that ball. That's a perfect ball in the perfect spot for Devin Funchess.
Incredible timing on that as Funchess knew just when to work slightly back to the outside and find the football. Good block, McCaffrey, and a windup from Samuel. 28 more yards.
And we've talked about number 22. We talked about him running and catching. Let's talk about him blocking. The Patriots bring a blitz. You see McCaffrey, nice cut, gets him down the ground. Cam Newton doesn't get touched, is able to deliver a strike. Nice job by McCaffrey. As a running back in this offense, you got to be able to block, catch, and run the ball.
He stepped in the breach and blocked a safety, veteran safety Patrick Chung. Newton from a clean pocket. and a good play defensively by Eric Rowe, the left corner.
And that's the thing about this league. Everybody is fast. The window is open. Cam sees it with Samuel, but the window closes really quick, and that's a nice play by the Patriots defense.
He just tuned in. Newton shaken up earlier, landed awkwardly on his head and shoulders, diving for a first down. Out a couple plays, then returns. Now Van Noy, Bear hugs McCaffrey and puts him down. Some other action tonight on the Geico scoreboard. Giants and Jets tied up. Panthers will be at Washington this year. Seattle, Minnesota just underway. And a couple later kickoffs. Geico scores from around the NFL. Brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on your car insurance. 3rd and 11. Newton got what he could.
The Panthers go empty backfield, so Patriots blitz. Again, you hold your breath because they have to pick up that extra guy. Cam scrambles just a little bit too much for him to make up.
Good choice, though, when you say, Mike, to not, I mean, he could have tried to make magic when obviously there was nothing there, but he just got as close as he could for Graham Gano.
Absolutely. And he goes out of bounds. He doesn't take that extra hit.
From 38 yards, it is good. So let's show you again Cam Newton taking that fall. Ooh.
Yeah, you held your breath. I mean, it's still in the preseason game. You're just glad that he was okay, gets checked out, and is able to come back in these last 2 drives, finish them off.
Newton with the megawatt smile, and great to see him back in. The script calls for starters to play into the 3rd quarter.
I think that's what Coach said. I think you've got to be happy with this first quarter with these 2 offensive drives. You got 6 points, okay, but you guys are comfortable. You're playing with a banged-up O-line, and really you're controlling the game right now. The defense has stepped on the field, 3 and out against Tom Brady. So far, first quarter is an A+.
It sounds like you stopped just short of saying, get some of your starters out.
You knew where I was going to go with that. One thing that Coach Bear said he would really like to see is a 2-minute drill going into half. I could make a case for them sitting the 3rd quarter if everything continues like the first quarter.
So it's a good look right there at the new football rule. The NFL's gone to the college rule, and that is when the kickoff goes into the end zone untouched. It is a touchback no matter what happens after that.
Again, these rules, some people are upset about them, but everything is about safety. That's what, as a player, we want. Some of these things we got to get used to. But again, that's another rule. Hey, call it, put it at the 25-yard line.
Jeremy Hill, hands on his knee pads. Right behind Tom Brady. Wide zone. And Hill for 7. Thomas Davis bumped him down.
One thing about these linebackers, they can get sideline to sideline to hurry. And Thomas Davis, he's been a staple of this defense for so long.
Not only has made NFL history, but has made medical history, coming back from 3 ACLs. Hogan in motion toward the formation. Gillislee turns the corner. So with that 14-yard rush, the final seconds of the first period will evaporate at Bank of America Stadium. Second quarter is next with your score from Uptown Charlotte, 6-0 Carolina. Short. How good could this D-line be this year?
Man, it's shaping up to really look really good. You know, once you get Pat back in there, you got a crop of young defensive linemen. The sky can be the limit for this defensive line.
Jeremy Hill, tackled by K'Wan Short.
Again, just a great job by number 99, KK Short. Watch him push the offensive line in the backfield. So the running back does not have a view of the hole. The line of scrimmage has been recreated, and that's what you want to do as a defensive line. Take that line, move it back 2 yards into their backfield, and make the tackle.
Yeah, Short deposited the center, David Andrews, right back into the next point of the play. 3rd down and 8 from the 48, sideline throw Brady. And Edelman will have the first down. Unbelievable run after the catch by the slippery Julian Edelman.
One of the things the Patriots want to do is get that ball out quick. This is just a little a screen to Edelman. You miss a tackle right there. You get him down. You have a shot of him not making that first down.
Edelman's a former quarterback at Kent State, so he can do it all. One of the great return men in NFL history. Slot left, and a quick throw to Dorsett left side. Tom Brady starting to get off a little bit.
Again, when you're facing a good defense, you want to get the ball out quick. And these little wide receiver screens, the ball comes out quick. You don't worry about the defensive line. But it's on, the onus is on the secondary to make the tackles. And if you can't make the tackle, you've got to hold him up so your cavalry can come and help you out.
There's Washington, the deep coordinator, coaching from the sideline, not from the booth. He likes the eye contact right down in the middle of everything. Patterson close to a first down. Shaq Thompson tracking it.
You'll see Captain Mutherland has a shot right there to get him down. And you see Shaq's speed coming all the way from the other side to make the tackle.
Pats are in the red zone. Panthers defensively very good, 37%. Offenses will look for about 50%. Red zone stats brought to you by CPI Protection, Conveniences, an official sponsor of the Carolina Panthers.
And against the Dolphins, did a really good job last week against the Dolphins in the red zone.
Equally all right.
You can just see how he just eyes that up. You can see why it makes him so good. He gets shaken up, but he jumps right back in there.
Ninth play of this Patriot drive. Nothing doing. Shaq Thompson all over it.
Defensive coordinator Eric Washington said Shaq Thompson's having his best preseason camp so far. He sees a hole, he took it. He wasn't blitzing. They pulled the backside guard. There was an opening. You can only make that if you're fast. The coach would always say, if you take it, you got to make it.
Crowd making some noise on third down. Hogan to the 4. Hogan's a good athlete, former lacrosse player at Penn State.
Quick, but watch Luke. And wait, after contact, the runner stops running. Like, that's how big and strong Luke Kuechly is. So, as he makes contact, the running back stops.
Third and goal from the 13 in a 6-0 game. Play clock ticking down. Pressure. Looked like New England was guilty of a false start, and there is a flag at the 15 near side.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense, number 97. 5-yard penalty. It's third down.
Mick, I think that was so close. I thought I saw what you saw. I thought I saw the offensive line move first. Man, that's...
Thought Trent Brown might have been out of his stance a whisker early.
That's a close one.
So it remains third and goal. Now, though, from the 8 instead of the 13. Hill and Devlin flank Brady. Brady had options. Finally went underneath, broken up.
This is about coverage. Watch the secondary. No white jerseys are open. Not a lot of pressure on TB. Tom Brady right there. But Luke Kuechly has impacted the last 3 to 4 plays, and nothing changed right there.
From 27, Gostkowski. Yes. Kuechly did a lot of good work on that break. New England gets 3 back after this word from your
find what they're weak at and try to get better at it. And he's got a new linebacker coach in Steve Russ, and it's good that he's helping him get there.
Let's go to Kevin Donnelly. You've observed Luke Kuechly his entire career. Kevin, what feelings does his play bring up for you?
Well, I'll get back to what Mike just commented on as the linebacking coach, Steve Russ, and how he wants Luke Kuechly, Shaq Thompson, these guys to play. He wants them precise. He wants them physical. But he went even further, saying he wants to wreck offenses, get downhill on them, and destroy what they're trying to do. And you could see it on that last drive. The Patriots are moving downfield, and suddenly guys like Shaq Thompson and especially Luke Kuechly turned it up a notch and stopped them, held them to just 3 points after a long drive. A good job and a lot of juice brought by that back and forth.
Newton getting rid of it quickly. Olsen with the hand catch for 5 yards.
And that's, I think when you look at previous seasons to this season, that's one thing that you're going to see is the ball coming out quick, getting into players' hands.
Strong right formation, one back, and McCaffrey looking right, about 2. The play caller back there somewhere behind the pillar. There we go. North Turner. Can't wait to watch him call plays this season.
Yeah, you know, they're opening up the playbook as much as possible, but it's going to evolve. And when you look at that week 1 where it's just going to be wide open, that's when I think you're really going to see him being a veteran and seeing a lot of ball games and calling a lot of games come into play.
On 3rd down. Newton hangs in the pocket. And it is incomplete. Deron Harmon coming up from behind the play. Good blocking, though. The pass blocking was spot on.
You thought this play had some promise. The offensive line, again, doing a really good job. No one's even close to Cam Newton. The defense just made a good play on the ball. There's Harmon right there, just breaking on the ball and knocking it down on that 3rd down.
Patterson, Cordero Patterson, the deep man. Pilardi, the left-footed punter. Pretty good one. Fair caught by McCarron. Back with more Panther football next. That's Mike Rucker in there rocking the T-shirt on the left side. Julius Peppers on the right. They say you're judged by the company you keep.
Well, I tell you, it was a really cool day to be part of that. He's been around here. He's been around here a long time, 11 years. His body of work speaks for itself. He proved a lot of people wrong. Number 2 on the all-time sack list right there, but he just did it the right way.
He was very candid at the press conference. He said he was lazy coming out of Georgia. Had to learn how to work and learned it from Thomas Davis and yourself, Mike, and Julius and others. Charles Johnson will be missed, no doubt. Speaking of TD, former teammate of Charles Johnson's at Jordan. Mike Rucker went and talked to him, went to TD's house. Very, very fine interview, and that's coming up at halftime. Yeah. What stood out to you most from your time spent with him?
Well, we talked about a lot of things. We talked about play on the field, community work. We even talked about the suspension. He was really candid about that. Just a really nice piece by Thomas Davis. So don't miss that at halftime.
Brady to Edelman over the middle for the first down. Does he have a nice house?
He does. He does. You know, he's got good taste. Let me put it that way.
Well, that's Kelly Davis probably.
Yeah, you're right there.
Making most of the decisions.
He did give her credit. You know, we always mess with each other, but he gave her credit.
Thomas, a former Walter Payton Man of the Year as well. Oh, good run defense. Panthers with penetration. Shaq Thompson leading the charge.
Dick, I'm telling you, this linebacking core is playing lights out. Again, Shaq Thompson. His defensive tackle, Kyle Love, gets the double team, but you'll see that leaves Shaq Thompson free to shoot the gap for the tackle.
The second down pass. Off the hands of Edelman and incomplete. James Bradbury running with Julian Edelman.
You see that just a play action fake. We call that alligator arms. When you come across the middle and those receivers are wide open, they don't know what's coming across and they get nervous. We call it alligator arms when you pull them arms back in short.
White alone set back, McCarron in motion. 3rd and 12. First down to White. Brady knows where to go with the football.
Yeah, I mean, it's that inner clock when you've been around a long time, not a lot of pressure. He knows that everybody's been ran off, that it's soft, the coverage is soft underneath, and so he just dumps it off for the first down.
Panthers were very good last week with their third down defense, not as much week 1 of the preseason. Philip Dorsett again, right underneath Dante Jackson. 8 yards. Brady's starting to look a little comfortable now.
Yeah, you can see, you know, like we talked about earlier, the best ones will find a way to get motivated. He's moving the ball. He's taking what the defense is giving him, a lot of underneath coverage.
Gillislee erased. Wes Horton the first one to get to him.
We'll see Wes Horton come in here and stop the initial contact. And guess who? Shaq Thompson in the mix. You got David Mayo again.
Third down and 3. New England 4 of 6 on third down conversion so far. That will not make Eric Washington, the D coordinator, very happy. The point of emphasis, of course. Make them 4 of 7. Brady wants to go for it.
Yeah, he really wanted that. He probably had what he wanted. He had man-to-man coverage right there. Went with the out route. They came up short, but when you've been in the business this long, you have the power to say, Coach, let's go for it. But again, last week when we saw the Dolphins go for it on fourth down, this defense stood up and repelled it. See if they can do it again.
Munnerlyn runs off late. Here we go, fourth down. Dorsett for 6 yards.
This coverage, Bradbury's playing off, and there's no contact. So this is an easy pitch catch for Tom Brady for the first down. He just falls down. They tag him down. I don't know why you wouldn't be up pressing on that coverage.
Weak side run. Gillislee for 6. Shaq Thompson made the tackle. So to stop Tom Brady, the Panther coaches believe that you first must take away the run. And right now this offense is multidimensional. 12th play of the drive. Gillislee blew through the yard. Marquise Haynes hit him.
Well, Brian Cox, number 91, Brian Cox Jr., has penetration that makes the running back have to slow up. He had to hop over him, and then you see Kyle Love, you see Haynes, you see the cavalry coming. That play was started by Brian Cox Jr. with the penetration.
Last play before the 2-minute warning, 12-play New England drive. On 3rd and 5 with Mayo directing traffic. Timeout, New England. Commercial break. 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. Panther football continues after a word from your local Panthers station. The Patriots deploy 3 receivers to the near side. Blitz on. No flags. Good defense. Adams.
This is textbook 101 Mike Adams. He stays in the hip pocket. When his arms go up, knocks the ball out. Tom Brady knew right at the line of scrimmage he had man-to-man. This was no secret what the Carolina Panthers did. They were going to blitz. Mike Adams does a great job of knocking the ball out.
Tight end Will Tye had it in his hands for a moment, but Adams intervened. From 46 yards away, Gostkowski pushed it. 5-time NFL scoring leader, but he missed it. So we go to break. The score remains 6-3, Carolina. Rivera wanted a chance to be in 2 minutes, and the Panthers have their wish. McCaffrey up inside for 5. Scores from around the NFL. Giants and the Jets still in a tight one. Denver up over Washington by 14. Diker, 15 minutes could save you big on your car insurance. Newton took a look and then just aborted the play. Feeling the heat from Bentley and Hightower. What do you think Coach Rivera is thinking first half?
Well, I think he really wants to see them right now convert this third down. And, in our meeting this week, he talked about one of the things he'd like to see in the preseason is to get that 2 minute going into the halftime. So he has it, and he also has a third down. So this is a big play right here.
Panthers 3 of 6 tonight on third down. And you see the Patriots 4 of 8, but 1 of 1 on fourth down. Newton, nobody to throw to. A little bit of improv, comes back to Jarius Wright for first down yardage. I was watching the secondary in the route tree, and everybody was covered. Good job by Wright on the comeback drill.
Yeah, the Patriots defense dropped in a zone, sent 3 men. So Cam did a nice job by stepping out and then making that first line of linebackers come to him that opened up that window.
And just trying to speed it up. Good pass blocking again. Olsen takes himself down.
That's a great job by Greg Olsen, not taking that extra hit in the preseason. He got what he could get, and then he got down.
And he spotted the ball 1 yard forward of.
That's a veteran.
I know. So second down and short. Newton leans back and finds McCaffrey for the first down.
I'm going to tell you right now, Mick, you cannot cover McCaffrey from one side of the field all the way across. You cannot do it. Cam finds and buys time and finds McCaffrey once again to move the sticks.
Newton threw accurately on the run, and then the clock in his head. 1,001, 1,002, 1,003. Get out of there.
Get out of there.
Newton up off of one knee and ready. Fastball over the middle, caught Olsen. Run down before he could get out of bounds, but it will be a first down and a gain of 17. Timeout. The Panthers last. I like what Olsen is thinking here. He's thinking save that timeout if he could get to the sideline.
He's one of the smartest guys on the field. He knows every single position, almost even probably offensive guard position. He knew where that sideline was. He knew what the timeout situation was. He was trying as hard as he could to get over there. Just fell short.
Olsen is Chris Rock funny too.
He is. But the other thing, Mick, though, the Patriots blitzed. Cam had no pressure. Again, this offensive line has been piecemealed together, especially with some of the injuries today. Picked it up, gave Cam time to get it to Olsen, to get him in this situation, at least field goal position.
Patriots running a sub in late. Olsen, lovely. No timeouts. Got to kill it. 5, 4, 3. And with 1 second left, Newton spiked it. A lot to like about this possession.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, Greg is trying to talk to the umpire, the referee, about why you kept the clock going. You see Greg wide open. Slide catch. They kept the clock running. Did a great job, though, of everybody knowing the situation, hustling up to the line of scrimmage, and clocking it.
Gano from 23 with 1 second left, second quarter. Jansen snap, Pilardi's hold, and Gano with a chip shot. Olsen still litigating his case. 2 quarters of football history from Bank of America Stadium. Mike Rucker with Thomas Davis when the halftime show comes on you in just a second with the score, Carolina 9 and the Patriots 3.
fouls by rule will offset at the spot where possession changed. It'll be New England's ball, 1st and 10 at the 5-yard line.
So Newton working on a wad of some gum. So here's the undershirt.
Yeah, coach says it doesn't matter if you get him by the shoestring. Never heard the undershirt, but it works.
That's that space age material. Back when you played, the wool jerseys didn't really give like that.
The wool, cotton, I mean, they were like coats. They were heavy.
Brady done for the night. Brian Hoyer flicks it over the middle to Cordero Patterson. Gain of 13. So anything changed from the Panthers' defensive mindset starting the second half, Mike?
Well, coaches always want to see how you start the game and how you come out at halftime. So this series right here, I think, is very important for the mindset for the rest of the game.
Butler and Love the tackles. Hoyer chucks it out of bounds over Eric Decker's head. Eric Washington, the D coordinator. 2nd and 10. Hoyer's interesting. He set an NFL record with Chicago in 2016. Here's the record. 200 pass attempts without an interception.
That's tough to do in the National Football League. That is a very good job. That means he's taking care of the ball, giving his team an opportunity to win.
One back, Bolden, and they screen to Bolden. Brian Cox, the first to retrace his steps and snuff the screen out.
It was a pretty good job because the defense kind of shifted and they had the numbers. The Patriots had the numbers on that screen. But Brian Cox Jr. snipped it out and was able to slide in there and disrupt it.
Second-year player out of Florida. It'll be hard to keep him off the roster.
Yeah, and they like his attitude. He's got that defensive tackle, defensive end attitude. He's got a little growl to him.
Whistles stop play.
Ball starts. Offense, number 81. 5-yard penalty. It's 3rd down.
All right, so Cam Newton done for the day. He's walked around near Kevin Donnelly. Kevin, do you have any intel from the sideline?
Yeah, early in the game, when he came out of the game briefly, it was about his eye. You know, when he did that diving motion to get the first down there, landed on his helmet kind of awkwardly. It got jammed in the eye, but shook it off pretty fast, got back in there, and you can see by the results, had a pretty good first half.
That's a good report, because you would have thought from 20,000 feet looking down on it, maybe it was a neck, a jam, a pinched cervical nerve root or something like that. Meanwhile, Eric Decker with the ball right over Lorenzo Doss, but Decker was out of bounds.
And I think the defense, the secondary, caught a break right there that the ball floated to the outside because he was wide open and he had a couple steps on the defender.
Allen, left-footed punter. DJ Moore tracking it. Comes up. And takes it to the 49. 39-yard punt, 8 on the return. Panther football continues right after you watch this.
That kind of set the tone for that first quarter. Absolutely. And they came back with another drive after that.
Gino's been perfect. Heineke to Cameron Artis-Payne. Rips off 11. And a first down.
Mick, I feel like he's been bottled up all preseason. You haven't heard his name a lot. Some of the blocking hasn't been the best when he's been in the first couple of games. So I feel like he's got a lot of energy pent up that he's ready to release against this Patriots defense. Nice run right there by Cameron Artis-Payne.
It's a good call. Sometimes you get a little lucky with blocking or unlucky. And Artis-Payne just needs a little bit of room. Powerful lower bodies. Worked hard too after he gained 5 yards there. He's worked hard on his receiving skills.
He has. I mean, he's worked himself into an all-around back. Sometimes what happens is you get some bad luck. Maybe you get the second or third offensive line. Maybe you get another guy like C.J. Anderson who has been taking some snaps ahead of you. So sometimes it's just some bad timing. The coaching staff said, look, we need to find ways to get him more carries, to get more tape, so that he can get his confidence.
To Samuel. To the 4. Looks like Heineke can function.
Yeah, and I think, that's a big booster for him. He stays in the pocket. He delivers a really, really good ball. Some people say he doesn't have the strongest arm, but when you have speed, and Curtis Samuel, who can run and get that, nice catch.
For 31 yards. Now Cameron Artis-Payne hammers into the line. Season the Panther offense in the red zone. Over 50%. Coach Rivera also says when you look at stats like this, look at the number of trips, because quite naturally you want to get there.
Yes, as an offense, you want to hang out in the red zone. That's the place to be.
CPI, our sponsor for the red zone. Protection you can count on. Conveniences you will love. Middle crowded. Artis-Payne kicks it left. And twisted down by McCourty.
For a second there, it looked like the door was open. Nice job of bouncing outside. But the door shuts really quick. He still gets positive yards, but wasn't able to find the end zone.
Got a yard. So it is third down and goal from the 3. Anderson with Heineke in the backfield. Heineke looks to the single receiver side. And Anderson stopped just shy of the goal line. Riverboat run.
It's preseason. I mean, I think he's going to go for it. I would go for it. You want to see if the game is in against the Dallas Cowboys. If you need this play, will it work? You got him pinned down. The defense has done a really good job. I think you got good running backs. I think you just pound that thing north and south.
Bayless in. Armah in. Anderson the tail of the eye. On fourth down. Heineke. Pylon. I think so. Touchdown.
We call this the old okie doke. As a defense, you think that you're going to go north and south, and they pull out the old bootleg on you. That's the one thing Heineke has. He's got wheels. He's got good feet. He uses them for the touchdown.
Just got the football right out over the pylon. Panthers will go for 2. 1 yard touchdown run, but he had to run about 20 yards to get there.
He did, and he got it done. Now, you got to talk about it. Like, he's in a quarterback battle right here for the number 2 spot. So when you get plays like that, and you can use your feet and show coaches that, hey, I bring a lot to the table, that bodes well for him.
for the two-point try. Cluster of receivers. Bunch to the right. Mose Frazier racked up. Another look at the touchdown as we cue a local break. Back with more Panther football after this word from your local Panther station.
Of those names you won't recognize, but they protected and ran the ball very, very well.
Jones to the 22. In general, if the Panthers kick it short and high, it's because Gano hit it too thin. Ron Rivera generally likes kicking it into the end zone if he can.
Yeah, he made that point that, hey, from a safety perspective too, like we don't have to have anybody going down there and making tackles. Also, you don't have anybody potentially running the ball back. So he likes the ball to go into the end zone.
Gillisley from Hoyer for 4 yards. Handoff sweep near side. Patriots 8 consecutive 12-win seasons. NFL record. Marquise Haynes doing a nice job there on the tackle. Short set by Hoyer. Patterson. Junction on the catch by Lorenzo Doss, who's had a good mini camp and OTAs trying to make his mark in preseason games.
Again, this offense is going to get the ball out fast. So that means as a corners, you've got to be able to tackle. We've seen that same play earlier in the game when it was a missed tackle and it went for 15, 20 yards. Good job of keeping him in front of you and giving yourself a chance on third down.
Gillisley doesn't make it. Not even close.
Again, Brian Cox Jr. at the point of attack is resetting the line of scrimmage. You have to be physical. Look at that left side of that defensive line. Just crush the offensive line.
Jermaine Carter Jr. threw a pretty vicious hit in there as well, knocking it backwards. 4th down and the punt. Bird to the 40, the 43. Demir Bird with a 31-yard return.
You want to bring the heat? Prove it.
Couldn't have been much better. I mean, pass blocking, run blocking, the injury to Searles, the only real blemish. Heineke gets it out of there underneath Cameron Artis Payne. And he muscles for the first. That's a man trying to make the football team.
You're exactly right. And after that play, what I really look, when you talk about an offensive line and where the mindset is when the ball is downfield, your running back is running, he gets stood up. Watch the offensive line come down and give their big guy a push. Look, the whole offensive line is down, getting in the mix. I like that. That says the mentality of a good offensive line.
Split in right, flanker left. And now shifts in motion. Yield to wing eye. Artis Payne. Scores from around the NFL. Brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Washington struggling on 0. Seattle and Minnesota, fairly low scoring game. Tampa Bay's in the division, so we'll watch them with great interest. Busy night next week. We'll be at Pittsburgh for a Thursday nighter, and everybody plays. 15 minutes to save you 15% or more on car insurance. Check in with Geico. against that blitz, and the Patriots played it well. So there we are next week. Let's make a date to be together. Thursday night, 7:30. Panthers at the Steelers. The vibe for next week will change, with Cats fighting to make a roster in the NFL. Starters not likely to play. Flag down in the backfield. Heineke hit late.
Roughing the passer. Defense. Number 70. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Adam Butler got low on Heineke. Hold your breath.
Yeah, and that's a rule a few years ago that below the knees that they're really going to look at. And, you know, he's dinged up. You know, the training staff runs out there and grabs him. But that's a rule that is put in because of the knees of the quarterback. That's an easy call for them. He's hoping that he's had a good game, so we're hoping Heineke can walk that off.
Looks like he's trying to do just that. Gilbert from out of the bullpen.
On that one, Mick, I mean, I think everybody in the stadium knew that it had to be a run. You know, Garrett didn't have time to throw the ball to even warm up his shoulder because it was a bang-bang play with Heineke coming off the field.
And now Heineke back on the field. Out for one play and then back in. Artist Payne looked everywhere for some daylight. Let's check in with our Krispy Kreme sweet tweeters tonight. Download the Rewards app and receive exclusive rewards. So here's a uniform. Been waiting all night for this. A uniform tweet. Only thing sweeter is when the hot now light is on. C.J. Anderson with Heineke. Heineke going long. Bird being tightly covered.
Heineke wish he had this one back because he has him right in the middle of the field. Bird got the speed. He just put it behind him. If he puts that ball out in front of him, that's an easy pitch and catch for Bird.
Sure enough, good call, Ruck, because on the replay, you can clearly see that Bird had that inside leverage.
And he's going to have 9 out of 10 guys in this league because of his speed.
Gano from 47. Looks good. And it is. Another field goal. The Panthers extend the lead. Back with more Panther football after a word from your local Panther station. It's not exactly the Hubble telescope, but we're working with some good technology here on the broadcast. So, back to our own sea of tranquility, Bank of America Stadium, and a late third quarter kickoff. Gano stabs at it, high and shortish. Cyrus Jones. Mose Frazier quickly downfield. So the Panthers' new defensive coordinator, Eric Washington, and Ruck, he's got the pedigree, having apprenticed under Wilson McDermott.
Yeah, I mean, he's been around a long time, and, you know, under Coach Rivera bringing him in, so he knows how to do it. One thing that he said that was interesting is that those two have had a secondary type of background. Well, he's got a D-line background, so he said there's a little bit of learning that he's had to do this year in this offseason.
Carter, a good tackle in space. This D has held New England only 32 yards rushing so far tonight. Coach Washington like that productivity.
Yeah, he'll definitely be excited about that. He's the guy that talks about being physical, especially up front at the defensive line. It starts there, and then it flows to the secondary.
Lorenzo Doss. Good hard low tackle of Riley McCarron.
This is all about the Doss. He fights past the block on the wide receiver screen. Not only does he get off the block, he makes the tackle.
Was on the Denver team that beat the Panthers in Super Bowl 50. Fumbled by Poggi, the fullback, and into the Panthers' hands.
We talked about Coach Eric Washington talking about being physical and turnovers. Watch this dump off pass, but watch Colin Jones come into the picture and cause the fumble. He didn't stop to gather his feet. He went in for the tackle. That's going to make that man right there very happy.
Eric Washington is one of the most squared away, organized, detail-oriented coaches you'll ever meet. Heineke out, Gilbert in. Late third quarter. Anderson looked inside, it wasn't there, so he goes right for good yardage.
Well, this is a veteran back. 1,000+ yards last year. You talk about being patient, but he's got speed. He's got very soft hands. He can catch the ball. Watch the jump cut to the outside. And then avoids the little contact by running out of bounds. Very smart, very good addition to this running back room. C.J. Anderson.
Anderson again. For 3 yards. 1,007 yards rushing last year and can catch.